Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Let's start by introducing the players. Up the top right side of the map, it is Mr. SuperNova. Yeah, somehow found the campaign when I searched on Wikipedia, but trying to load up this guy's profile, it's taking forever, so regardless, my internet is a bit funny. Let's move over to the other player. Apologies. It is Mr. Leenock, which of course we know quite a bit about. He's 19 years of age, from South Korea, plays for the Yo Flash Wolves team. Very, very awesome player, Yo Flash Wolves. And SuperNova, I don't know, it's failing for some reason. My internet is horrible. If you live in Australia, you know what I'm talking about. But what have we got down here? It does look like a proxy barracks, so whoever this SuperNova character is, he does like a bit of cheese going on. So getting that down nice and quick. We've got the reactor as well. Sorry, the refinery coming out from him, whatever. And he looks like he's going for some proxy Reaper play right here. This is a supply depot, even though it looks like a pretty big thing over there. There we go, the worker coming across. Maybe going to be doing a bunker early on. Maybe. That would be interesting. Put the Reaper in there, put a bunker up the top side. I don't know, somewhere there. Somewhere where it can do all sorts of annoying stuff. Not a bad location here. They can run across, hit the workers, then come straight back. And yeah, so this Reaper is going to come out, going to be quite annoying. Does Leenock have any idea? No, he does not. He's come in here. He's see double supply depot. He see no barracks, so that gives him a little bit of a worry. But there may be a barracks somewhere back there, so he's got to do a bit more of a scout. Suddenly he sees the Reaper coming past the expansion. He's like, oh wow, that was quite fast. And there we go. Now it's going to be Reaper harassment all day, every day. He has gone for a spine crawler, so he's obviously detected that something is wrong here. And this is going to be holding off a bit of this Reaper harass. But the Reaper's really going in nice and fast. The Ling's coming out. The Reaper's going to run back. Oh, the Worker's getting absolutely owned back there. Come on, Reaper. Time to return to the bunker, I think. Yeah, just about time. Are there more Reapers coming out? There is another one coming in there. Both bases producing queens though, so the bunker is, I don't know, man. I don't know how good this is actually going to work here, because yeah, I really just don't know. Look at the spine crawler coming out. It's like, hey, there's a bunker over there. That's it, moving in, going to be starting to attack the spine crawler. It's going to be helping himself for a little while, but without any workers actually protecting this, is going to be the bunker is going to be destroyed. He realizes that, runs out, is instantly going to salvage it to get the minerals back. So once again, that bunker just not really doing all that much in this game. And yeah, it's basically turned out to be a straight up Reaper harass. Maybe if the worker had survived to start repairing this, it might have worked out. But these Reapers, wow, SuperNova really pushing in hard here, really going nuts, really wants to kill that queen. The queen running for the safety of the spine crawler, but running out again. Oh man, that queen is so close to being dead. I don't think Leenock should be moving that out anytime soon. Keeping it in there a little bit safer, not a bad decision. And the Reaper's going to be going after the second queen now. Would love to get the first queen, but oh, too much, and a Reaper does go down. So there we go, the barracks finally coming back home to join at the factory, which is now pumping out Hellions. And I suspected it, but you had to see it to believe it. Double command center being built here for SuperNova. So off that amazing amount of aggression, he's going to be building a double command center. Hellions starting to come out. Oh, this is a very bad time to drop the supply depots. He does realize that there are Lings out there, so he doesn't drop them, or maybe it was just great timing. If he dropped them, Hellions start moving out. The Lings come in at exactly the same time. And suddenly you are in a very, very bad situation with Lings all over your base. So there we go. SuperNova getting some good stuff down. It looks like he's going for Banshees as well, getting the barracks down and building a tech lab to pop up the Banshees over there. And at the same time getting that expansion moving out. So Mr. Leenock, what has he got going on? He's got a bunch of Lings. Well, what am I doing? I haven't even got the production tab up here. So get that going. We've got a lair coming out. We do not have any sort of advanced tech. Looks like double gas there. Looks like we are looking at Mutiling would be my guess from Mr. SuperNova. Sorry, from Mr. Leenock. And so far doing a pretty good job. He's not really equipped for Banshees on the other hand. He's getting a lair out though, so that will give him Overseers, which are going to be invaluable. Overseer and a Queen is all you need to push Banshees back. But Spore Crawlers would be even better. And so far, he does not seem to be building any. There's the Spire coming out. And yeah, no Spore Crawlers. But I don't think he knows about the Starport. This Overlord in a beautiful position to spot it, but has not gone in and spotted it, which is very, very unfortunate. So here we go. Hellions and what the hell that other thing was. Reaper. This guy. Bunch of them coming on in. 6 Hellions. Ooh, could be quite devastating. There is one Spinecrawler, which is going to slow down the Hellion harassment quite a bit. So great Spinecrawler placement there. Even one of them is enough to give 6 Hellions pause, because those guys just suck. Absolutely suck versus Spinecrawlers. Now coming on back, the Banshee and the Lings just going past each other, not really being seen. One Reaper getting absolutely owned. And here we go, the Hellion. So maybe looking at a double prong here, although the Spinecrawler should be enough to see this off. Do we have an Overseer? We do have one. He's over there, so needs to be falling back a little bit. But look at this stuff as well, man. The Lings coming through. Somehow they got through this gap right here. SuperNova must have left it open, and these guys going nuts. The Hellions running on back and seeing most of the Lings off there. What was the total? There's lost 3 workers there. Or 3 workers total. So here we go. We do have a Spore Crawler. The Banshee just sort of haphazardly just sort of cruising in there and then cruising on back when he realizes, oh shit, they've actually got a whole bunch of stuff there. And the cat's out of the bag now. Leenock knows that there is a Banshee on the field, so we can hope to see this Overseer. Where is this Overseer? Where is this guy? He must be on the map, because I double click and it's not moving. Let's move over there. There, he's all the way over there. I don't know what the hell's going on. So yeah, maybe you should be thinking about moving that guy back. Cloak, yeah, Banshee Cloak has been done. So there we go. The base is going to start to take some hits. That Overseer needs to be moving over. Needs to be getting its ass into gear. There it goes. And Queen going to be jumping over as well. One of the Banshees very, very low. Another incursion going over here. This time with Mutas, there is 1 missile turret and 2 Vikings, which is going to be quite nasty. But we got a bunker full of Marines as well, and that's going to be even nastier from the Mutas point of view. So bit of a death trap here. They're going to fall back, which is a great decision. Looks like the Queen did die, and 1 Banshee left with very low amounts of health. Got to get another Queen over there ASAP, but it looks like the Mutas are going to take care of it for the Zerg player. Meanwhile, the Hellions continuing to come on back, and if they run into this base, that could be a lot of workers that just get absolutely destroyed. Oh, there they go. Workers just being absolutely demolished. The Ling's going to come out and sort of prevent this a little bit, but 8 workers so far have been lost by Leenock. That is not a very small amount, and it looks like all the Hellions actually died there. None of them survived. The Mutas just need to keep searching for this guy. Although they're coming around, they're going back in here. And SuperNova has actually got a Thor out, who's been doing tons of good macro work. Looking at the worker numbers, SuperNova actually in a very good position with 53 workers on the field. And that's all down to that 3rd command center. I don't know where the hell it is. But he's put it over there. So he's built a ton of workers very, very early in the game. And look at this. More workers dying here. The Overseer's like, hey, come on, guys, come on. Get some shit together. So as soon as he realizes that the Mutas were all the way across the map, moves the Banshee in, and the Overseer is going to keep track of it this time, not going to let it out of its sight. The Banshee is faster than the Overseer, but it's not as fast as the Mutas. Mutas looking for an intercept, and they are going to get it. So the Banshee finally destroyed here, but more workers going down. Leenock still keeping a little bit of a worker advantage, but that's a tiny worker advantage compared to SuperNova, and he's just about to close that off regardless. So really, really good job getting the worker count up. And Leenock getting a 4th base needs to really start pushing the macro or the micro or the economy or something here, because SuperNova is slowly getting ahead of this game. Slowly getting, and look at this, actually backing off. Gonna let this base fly away. There's not enough anti-air from the Zerg to actually kill this base. So manages to kill a bunch of workers, and that's about it. But I'm sure Leenock will be quite happy just to take that, just to take those 6 or 7 workers that are just free to kill. And here we go, SuperNova pushing out with a tank. Is he going full mech? I do believe he's going full mech in this game. These guys already have 1 attack, and 1 armor is on the way as well. It's full mech, including more Banshee production. So very, very nice. And against Mutaling, it is going to be quite good. You got the Thors for the Mutas, you got the tanks for the Lings, and yeah, is going to be interesting though, because if he manages to get just a crap ton of lings in there, it's going to do so much damage. Roaches, not so much of a good idea anymore, especially with Thors and siege tanks all over the place. Roaches are kind of a dead unit, almost, I would say, in this game. So he needs to start thinking more about mass ling. Mutas are still good. I mean, mutas are the kings of coming in from the side and sniping siege tanks. So you cannot, you know, go without mutas and just hitting tanks all over the place. I mean, he's got Thors, but can he cover every tank at every single second? I would say no. And I really, really like what Leenock is doing right here. He's seen that SuperNova is in an excellent position, macro-wise, so he's just going absolutely nuts. He's got a 4th base, he's getting a 5th base now. He says, alright, you're going to go crazy macro, I'm going to go crazy macro as well. I'm going to keep up with you, I'm going to surpass you, and we'll see how it goes in this game. So Leenock doing a great job with his macro, and SuperNova, who already had a great job with his macro, is now going to be pushing on even further with his mech, going to get as much as he can. Should be seeing a lot more Hellbats coming out soon, and there they are. We got a few Marines as well, so I don't know what the hell they're doing there. They got sent to the wrong battlefield. This is all mech right here. But yeah, 3 bases coming out. Do we have a 4th command center? I suppose not. I mean, 3 base Terran going for a mass mech is going to be quite decent. I will say Roaches, they will do pretty good at shielding against Hellbats. If you start mixing in Hellbats, I mean, straight up Thor tank, you send a crap ton of lings in there, you probably do alright. Thor tank with Hellbats at the front, mass ling is going to get absolutely destroyed. So SuperNova really doing a good job of getting a good combination. It's just getting everything from the mech side of things. Everything except battle cruisers, I think he's got. Doing a really, really good job. Ooh, excuse me. Getting a little bit yawny here. And I actually had my leg crossed over my leg there, so I couldn't press the mute button. But better get my leg down there because, of course, 12:30, just after noon, is the perfect time to start yawning. I don't know why the hell I'm yawning now. It just seems to happen. So Leenock, we have seen him get a ton of macro out. What is he going to be using it on? It looks like continuing to produce mutas. He's got a bunch of roaches, bunch of mutas, bunch of lings. It doesn't really look like that much, does it? 20 roaches aren't going to last very long, and the rest is just basically nothing. So, maybe he needs to get some really heavy units. I mean, the problem is that Leenock is filling up his supply with low-tech units. So, I mean, you think about a roach costs 2 supply, tank costs 4 supply. That 4 supply is worth way more than 2 roaches. 1 tank's worth way more than 2 roaches. And the Thors, I don't know, I think they're like 6 supply, 8 supply, something like that. But those guys, they're just absolute juggernauts right there. Oh, get a spore out there, bag, come on. But SuperNova moving on in. And Leenock is going to be getting a ton of mutas. He's actually up to... Was that the production tab I was looking at before? I don't know. I think he's just chucked away a whole lot of stuff. And now he's built a ton of mutas. Not sure about this. He needs something else other than mutas because Thors are going to own him. And Vikings are not too bad either. So mutas are good for flank attacks. They're good for pulling the enemy away. They are not good for engaging the main army. And I really think that SuperNova is just going to start owning stuff here. There he goes. He's got to attack here. Maybe looking at a base race. And it's going to be a case of who's going to budge first. I have a feeling Leenock is not going to budge. He's going to keep his mutas over there. The question is SuperNova going to budge? Is he going to take out a couple of bases? And then is he going to fall back to defend his base? That is the question. Right now, it looks like he's not. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see because base race, I mean, I assume that SuperNova would be able to do the more damage. But then again, he's got a much less mobile army. So the mutas are going to be everywhere at once. And then again, with all of these guys, with all the missile turrets, the mutas are going to have a lot of trouble actually destroying stuff. Because there's basically no resistance back here. SuperNova just moving in, just demolishing everything with no resistance at all. So, the mutas have fallen back, but they haven't fallen back to the main army. They've fallen back over here. They can hit the flanks of these guys, taking out some Hellbats. But, not sure what can possibly happen here. We do have a bunch of spine crawlers. But siege tanks have got to be able to just absolutely mess those up so easily. You can even just put them at the high ground and start sieging stuff up. I'm not sure whether SuperNova is going to do that. But this is going to be a nice bit of a trap here. Of the upgrades not really favouring Leenock. He's got 2-1 versus 2-2 here for all of these units. Remember, they all share the same upgrades here. And the Spine Crawler's starting to come down. Instantly, the Siege Tank's sieging up. The Muta's going to come in from the side. Are the Thors going to be able to hold their own? That is the question for the day right here. The Muta's doing so many good things here, but the Muta numbers have got to be taking a serious amount of damage. Workers in there trying to repair stuff, but just insane amounts of Mutas here, and I think they've actually got the job done right here. I think they have. The Thors just too clumped up together and just taking so much splash damage from the Mutas. Thors really need to have a range on the Mutas. If they're right underneath them, it's a little bit hard to get that stuff done, but SuperNova is pushing out with a ton of Thors, realizing that the threat is Mutas, and now he's just got a massive amount of Thors being built at the moment. Going to try and get something happening, and the Mutas do not want to run into that sort of engagement. 5 Thors at a nice range will demolish these guys. The other Thors got surprised. They just came over right on top of them. Oh, the Spore Crawler. SuperNova, why are you not attacking that Spore Crawler? He is not doing it. There we go. He's actually having to move it around. But regardless, moving in. I don't know if this guy can actually spot. I don't think he can spot anything while he's up. There he goes. Finally gets into there. The Banshees both go down at the very last second. Very, very nice stuff. And yeah, that hatchery very, very close to dying. And that's the main mining hatchery at the moment. This one is not bad as well, but it's not anywhere defended at all. So here we go. And if Leenock has some smart money, he's going to be going for a massive amount of lings at the moment. Just a crap ton of lings. Just go nuts and have all sorts of good fun with them. What does he get? He's getting a lair right now, so he's obviously needs a lair. Morphing it, does that return it to full health? Very interested to know if it does. Here he goes, moving in. And if he can start taking out some factories here, that's going to be great stuff. Taking out the command center, which is good. But the main army moving out a ton of Thors, absolute ton of Thors. Leenock, man, you need to find out about this. You need to start building lings ASAP. There we go, has seen that. Are the lings going to be coming out anytime soon? I'm not sure. But yeah, running Mutas into this army, not going to be a very, very good idea. So maybe he may go for another base race once again. Just use this as an opportunity to demolish SuperNova's economy. And he's got time, because SuperNova, this base has got some nice tech buildings. I'll give him that. The Spire, he's not going to be happy to lose that. He's building max Mutas at the moment while he still can. Meanwhile, taking out this base, I don't think he can hope to save the Spire, but his main mining operations are back over here. Looks like that didn't actually generate that up to full health. So yeah, very unfortunate. But the Muta's having to run all over the place. Do we have a massive amount of lings being produced? It does not look like it. So no mass ling incursion on these guys. I'd say about 50 lings should be able to demolish that army quite easily. And the Mutas suddenly are almost going to be destroyed right here. They're getting in. Oh, they're doing a great job on the Thors. But missile turrets are also doing a bit of damage. If they can take all these guys out before the reinforcements get back, before the rest of SuperNova's army gets back, they're going to be okay. The wing getting hit there, so they just got out in time. And now they're going to be falling back. But, oh man, Leenock desperately needs something to deal with these guys. Looks like he's going to be building swarm hosts, which are not a bad idea against Thors. They have a very, very slow attack rate, and Locust would just absolutely demolish them. But he's going to have to get them out ASAP, getting a bunch of lings out as well. Lings got to hold off for a little while, and we'll have to see. But the Thors are coming in, and they're going to absolutely destroy this base. I'm getting deja vu here for some reason. I feel like I've seen this game before. I don't know when, but regardless, we're going to be checking it out. I may have to check my records, because I think I have cast this game before. Anyway, it's still an excellent game nonetheless, and if I've forgotten, then I'm pretty sure you guys have forgotten as well. So, yeah, maybe it was just a similar game. But anyway, moving in, the Muta's just sort of going around there. No lings at the moment. We do have a few swarm hosts coming out here, 4 to be exact. And he's building 3 more, hopefully from this base. And they should be able to stop the Thors a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, if the Thors sort of get caught up with the attacking the Locust, oh, needs to burrow them, needs to get the Locust swarm out here. Here he goes. He's now or never. He's got to push in. There he goes. He's going to attack with the Locust. There we go. The Locust coming out. The Muta's coming in. And it's all down to this. He's even waited for... I don't know if he waited for the Locust to be coming out of the hatchery, but it's done. It's doing a good job. Thor's starting to take massive amounts of damage. Needs another wave of Locusts to sort of help this out. The Thors are going down very, very heavily. All destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. But Leenock's base is completely gone. There we go, and we're down to the absolute wire here. And you know what? I don't think I actually cast this game before. I think it's just got a bad flashback from another game. But regardless, SuperNova gives the GG, and absolutely fantastic stuff there from Mr. Leenock. Mutas beating tanks. You wouldn't expect to see it, but that very, very last play against the Thors, with the Locust to help, and even the Broodlings from the defeated hatchery. He was actually, I really think he was waiting for the hatchery to be destroyed so he could use the Broodlings against the Thors. That's a crazy play right there. Absolutely nuts. But it did work, and in the end, I mean, it seems like Thors are good if they're attacking the Mutas while the Mutas are flying in. If the Thors are attacking something else and the Mutas get on top of them, suddenly it's a game over for the Thors. They're just not nearly as good, because the Mutas tend to spread out everywhere. When they're flying in, they clump in a small group. When they're on top of you, they spread out, and suddenly the Thors just aren't as good. Nowhere near as good. So anyway, game done. It's an awesome game. I will double check to make sure I haven't cast it before. And if I have, I probably won't upload this. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, I'll catch you guys later. It's been Harry Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.